Hey guys, NikoTheLegend here, also known as the Well-Mannered Teenager and the Snowflake. And today we're doing something a little different for the channel, only because this was a special request by Zot, so thanks Zot, appreciate it guy. We are going to be ranking the Mario Kart games from worst to best, but we have a big reference of using. And we're kind of going to go down this list and actually review it, I guess, in a way, and kind of just see what we all think of like what's number one and what's the worst Mario Kart game. Now, there's quite a bit of Mario Kart games out there. Admittedly, I haven't played them all, but I've heard things and read things about them, and the ones I played, I probably played more than others, probably because I didn't like it, or I just didn't have the time to play it, or whatever excuse I can come up with. But all in all, we'll try to get through this, and we'll see how this list looks in the end. And then we'll kind of go over if I seem like this list has done justice to the best Mario Karts and the worst. Okay? So if there are ones that I haven't played, I'll do my best on describing it. That sounded really weird. That like kind of hurt my ear. Just one ear. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, I guess we are starting with the worst one on the list. I guess worst to best. Okay, we're going from least to greatest. Okay, well, we start out with Mario Kart Tour, a mobile version of Mario Kart that came out for your phones back in 2019 and left a lot of sour taste in people's mouths because it was a Mario game with microtransactions. And as you can tell here, there is a Mario Kart Tour's microtransaction feels gross in a post-Apple World article, I believe by Kotaku as well. Now, I never got the chance to play because I don't know, I just didn't seem really interested in a mobile version of Mario Kart. Although it seems interesting, to, at least, right? Because it's like, oh, you get to play Mario Kart, it's a lot of fun usually, and it's on your phone. You don't have to have a Nintendo product. That's great. But the microtransactions is a problem, and as gamers, we should know why that's a problem. And I'm guessing, is this game free? If it's free, then okay, microtransactions is, I don't deem it a smart decision if it's free to play with microtransactions, but that's kind of how the pay model goes with free to play. Let's see. I guess you could play Double Dash on their phones if they wanted to, so offer up a compromised version of the series as official release is a crushing disappointment. I'm guessing because of the microtransactions. They do not like it though. It says here you can't release a phone game in the last decade without trying in some kind of bizarre money-making scheme. So yeah, that's why it's on the last, on the number, what number is this? I guess number 11, 11th place on the list as the worst Mario Kart. And I can understand why. I mean, Mario with microtransactions, or just any games with microtransactions, doesn't give people a solid good reason to go play it, even if it was free. Was Mario Kart run microtransactions? Let me know in the comments below. All right, we move on to the next one. Okay, so here we have Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance back in 2001. Another game I didn't really play. Honestly, handheld Mario Kart games, I never really got a chance to get really into it. I mostly played console Mario Kart games. This one for the Game Boy Advance, and then there's Mario Kart DS, and there's Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS, which I had the DS version, but it was given to me way late in the DS life cycle when 3DS was out, so I never really dived into it. And then 3DS Mario Kart 7, I tried that out, I had that as well, and I didn't really like it that much. There was a lot of anger in that game. But I never played Mario Kart Super Circuit, but maybe it just didn't do so well, considering it was just bleh. I don't know. It's, what does it say here? Caught between the original's pioneering release and release long after the Series 3D debut is trapped and a little lost. At least when you're looking back on the series as a whole from a contemporary vantage point. So I'm guessing what they're saying is outdated. It should have came out a lot earlier, I'm guessing, or it should have looked better. I don't know. But I never played this one. If you guys have, let me know. Did you like it? Alright, on to the next one. Now, this is... okay. Now, this is a tough one. Okay, Mario Kart Wii 2008. Now, I have mixed feelings about this, okay? This was... as already the first sentence of the article says, this game was damn popular. It was super popular because this was like the golden era of the Wii. And especially because it's like, oh, it's cool. It's using those steering wheels, motion control and stuff like that. Like that was like the thing to do for the Wii, of course. And Mario Kart Wii, I thought it actually offered a lot of something in the game, a lot of levels, I guess, and a lot of replay variety. And it was a new spin on Mario Kart. It's the first time we really got to use a steering wheel, so I guess that was like the big appeal, especially for younger audiences. Like kids probably love this game, or if they're like me with Mario Party as a kid, you hated it. Just kidding, I love Mario Party. It's not even the same anyway. But nowadays you probably wouldn't play it because from what this says, you got Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 7. But if you just have a Wii and you want to play Mario Kart, this is still a pretty solid entry. Now, some of you are probably upsetting spaghetti because I'm sure you guys had an amazing time. But I think the steering wheel is what actually killed it, from what I'm reading. Let's see. Not helping you here is that despite the game being perfectly positioned to cash in on Wii's motion control hype with its iconic plastic steering wheel, the game's motion control is the one defining feature of the game that anyone remembers was actually garbage. Excuse me. So I actually had a difficult time adjusting to the Wii controls, but that still didn't stop me from, playing with my friends and stuff, because it was still pretty good time. And you can actually do gyro controls still in the later games, like in Mario Kart 8 and then 8 Deluxe. So Nintendo just made it an option, though. I'm pretty sure that Mario Kart Wii was a necessity to use motion controls. If not, I never knew. But I want to, you guys, I want to hear what you have to say about that. Okay, now here we have the classic. The game that started it all, Super Mario Kart SNES 1992. And I can kind of see why it's on the bottom of the list, like at the last tier. Probably because it hasn't aged well, and it's slow, and it's kind of clunky, and the levels are kind of like, what the fuck were they thinking? Per se, like Rainbow Road on this game is absolutely atrocious. You thought falling off the level was bad in the later ones? Oh man, you haven't played this one. But Super Mario Kart, this was definitely an exciting game to have on the Super Nintendo. I mean, I just remember being blown away when I was playing it as a kid, and I had a blast. But once you get to the N64 one, then you're like, oh my god, I'll never play this game again. I actually still have the Super Nintendo version, Super Mario Kart. I still have it. But this is the first one. You can't, I mean, it's a classic. It's literally, the start of it all. It's like you can't really hate on it too much because it's the game that started it all. It's like your Super Mario Brothers 1. It's your first Legend of Zelda. It's your first Mega Man. This is where it all happened. This was the building. This is what set the foundation. And I'm sure a lot of people had a great time. But yeah, it just hasn't aged well. But that's fine. There's plenty of games that haven't aged well and we still have a good time with it. I could probably have a good time with it. But to this game's defense, which is nice by Nintendo, they actually remake some SNES levels and put it on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or Mario Kart 8. So that's great. It's good to remember stuff like that. Nintendo's really good at reminding us of our childhood memories. All right, on to the next one. All right. So, you know what? I'm actually surprised this is not a lot higher on the list as one of the best. Mario Kart 64, the step into the 3D era, along with every other Mario game and Zelda, was mind-blowing for a lot of us. And a lot of us can think of it right now with a smile on our face of all the great times we had playing these multiplayer games on the N64. Like Mario Party, Wrestling, Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers. Oh my god, Star Fox 64. The list goes on. Kirby, this was one of the games that everybody had, or 95% of you. It's like 1 out of 2 people that own an N64 had this game, and I had this game. My brothers and I had this game, and this game was so much fun. There were so many levels. First time into 3D. Characters are great. The music was fantastic. Although the sound kind of gets all crappy once you have 4 players because they had to emulate 4 different basically games playing at once, and the N64 could definitely not handle that. But that's okay. There was just so many different things. I mean, like I said, first time into the 3D era, it did a fantastic job. I actually had friends that knew how to glitch some of the levels, especially Wario Land, the whatever the dirt level. Someone knew how to glitch to the end of that level. That was pretty interesting. But like, this game was amazing. Like, I had a blast. I mean, my friends and I think the last time I played this was maybe 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. You know, old coworker people I used to work with at a certain job, and we decided to have like N64 nights, and this was like one of the biggest games we played, and it was still a blast to play. So much love for this, of course, because this is very nostalgic. But you know, they were just complaining about like some of the levels of the game, and then I don't know, whatever. All right, on to the next one. Okay, now Mario Kart DS 2005. I should have been doing the years and the other ones. My bad. This one I've never played, okay? But from what I've read or heard, a lot of people like this. Because you know why? The online play. And people loved playing online Mario Kart. I think this is what made Nintendo realize, like, oh, we have to release Mario games every time on handheld. You know? Sorry. And let's make the biggest bucks we can make possible. Do it. Just fucking do it. Let's make all the money in the world. It's kind of like Capcom Resident Evil 4. They realized how much fucking money that game made. They're like, let's put this on PlayStation 2. And then, kaboom! And it like exploded in their face. It's kind of like this with Mario Kart DS. You know what? I never really knew anybody that played this game, but I did remember reading articles saying how great it was. So for anybody out there who's played it, I want to know. Let me know if you had a good time with this as well. I actually have the game, like I said, for the DS, but I've never really dabbled into it because, like I said, I got it way late into the DS life cycle, if not, I mean, it was during the 3DS life cycle, so I was pretty far behind. But it still doesn't give me an exact reason to not play it. I just was never interested in it. Like I said, I grew up with playing with Mario Kart on the consoles. That's just a me thing. All right, on to the next one. Okay, this one should be last because I fucking hated this game. Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS 2011. I hated this game with a passion because for one, I hated the levels because they were so goddamn confusing. There were some levels that I didn't even know which way was straight and which one was back. Guys, I've been playing Mario Kart levels Mario Kart games my whole entire life. Come on, I should know how to what's forward and backwards, right? There should be like a Lakitu that pops out and says reverse, but no, I don't know. I just didn't have a good time, and was there motion controls for this one? I don't remember. And was this no, I think when did Mario Kart start implementing the coins making you faster type thing? Was it this game? I guess, you know, people liked how you can drive underwater, customize cars, playing online, so yeah. I just couldn't fall in love with it, you know. Maybe I was still going with my personal belief that Mario Kart was always best played on the big screen with friends on the couch. And Nintendo was still trying to get that moolah, but this was like the next big entry for Mario Kart was Mario Kart 7. So I can't really bust its balls because I'm sure a lot of people had a good time with it, and I'm sure it was really successful. But I didn't have a good time with it because, I don't know, I was an old person playing the game apparently. I couldn't tell where to go. I didn't like the coin implementation feature of you going faster. I was always slow. And then I had my best friend tell me, it's like, you need to get the coins. And I'm like, dude, and I'm still going slow. I don't know. But Mario Kart Wii was at the bottom. I don't get it. Okay, alright, on to the next one. Alright, so we have Mario Kart Double Dash for the GameCube 2003. You know what? A lot of people will definitely put this as their #1 Mario Kart game. This is definitely up there. Double Dash was so fucking cool because it established a lot of things. First of all, it looked great on the GameCube. It looked amazing. The music was fantastic. The tracks were really cool. And then we can't forget that the Double Dash feature, having 2 people on your kart, which means you and a bro can face you and a hoe. I'm just kidding. You and another bro against each other, smashing. Or you can just do 4 players on your own kart and control 2 people. Make some dynamic teams. Heavy kart, light kart, medium kart, whichever. You decide, yo. And it was so fun. It was so fun. And this was a game. This was the first Mario Kart game that you could actually link up. Like System Link, LANing. Remember that? Remember LANing? Yeah. Boomers remember that. You Zoomers. But I never got a chance to do it, the landing and stuff, but I just thought it was really, 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 really cool that you could. The GameCube was definitely ahead of its time in a lot of regards. So, like I said, this does deserve to be up there in the top echelon. Really, really fun game. I can't believe Mario Kart 64 isn't up there further. Ugh, crazy. But anyway, this was a great, great time. I mean, the GameCube was just such a solid console. It was such a good console. Damn you, Sony. All right. Okay, so we have Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Wii U 2014, and then the Switch 2017. By far, this is my favorite one. I love this game so much. It was a blast to play on the Wii U and a blast to play on the Switch as well. So, why did I like it on the Wii U? Because it's a beautiful looking game. It's beautiful. It had characters from different Nintendo games in it, like Animal Crossing, Zelda, for example. And then, don't forget Splatoon. Were those added in the Deluxe? Anyway, it doesn't matter. The levels looked amazing. They remade a lot of great old ones. Fantastic looking. The score is amazing. And even the new tracks are so fun to play. And I had a blast. It's also online. You can bring a friend with you online and play people around the world on your console. It was great. It was one of those Wii U games that you had to have, despite the Wii U being a piece of crap in terms of sales. This is a game that they were trying to really, make it super special for you. But I played this game so many hours and countless times. I just can't get bored of this game. It's so fun. And then when they re-released it for the Switch, I actually got my Switch version of the game last year. So I haven't really dabbled too much into it, but I have it. And if anybody wants to play with me, they can. We can have a blast. It's definitely a game to have on the Switch because of how fun it is. Nintendo still retains that fun multiplayer aspect, and the Deluxe is amazing. It's amazing. More characters. Get to play handheld on your Switch, or like on the go, or on the dock. There's just a better battle mode as well. So there's a lot of. It's definitely the definitive version of the game, and I highly recommend it. So everybody knows how good Mario Kart 8 is. It's super good. So folks, that is it for the Mario Kart worst to best. Now, my lists would go. I'll tell you what my least favorite would be, okay, and the best. Mario Kart 7 as the worst, and then Mario Kart 8 as the best. Okay, we've heard my opinions on it. Not really too much to go off of because, like I said, it's been a while since I played this. But I wanted to show you guys this list to see what Kotaku thinks and hear what you guys think should be on your list. So that's where it gets fun in the comments section. So if you did enjoy this article, please check out the other videos I have, and then I hope you enjoy your day, Pathfinders. This has been a Let's Rank the Mario Kart games from worst to best. NikoTheLegend, signing out.